Hi all, welcome back. This is Param. In this episode, we will see what is the pod. Okay, in detail. Earlier itself we have seen what is the pod, but in this we will see some little bit more details. Okay, pod is a very minimalist unit within the Kubernetes. Okay, so we will create a pod mostly through deployment or like stateful, something like that, but very rarely we will create pod itself directly. So pod is the one which is going to run as a process, right? It is as a process, whereas the services are called resources. Okay, that is not a process. Okay, we will see some of the details about the pod. In the pod manifest perspectives, okay, we can create the pod imperative way or declarative way. If it is the imperative way, we will create by command. Okay, we have a couple of commands. Okay, and if it is the declarative, so we will create the using manifest files, and that is called YAML files. Okay, so if you are creating by manifest files, it will have 4 minimum sections or declarations. What is the API version? What is a kind? Is kind of pod. Okay, metadata, here we will declare the name and the labels. Spec, here we will declare one or more containers with the name, image, port, container port, all the stuff. Okay, all the stuff we will declare in the in the declare YAML file. Sorry. Once we created the pod, okay, what are the things will be here? It will be container state. Suppose pod is going to have the wrap the containers, right? So, it will have the waiting, running, terminated. It will have either of one status of the containers. Similarly, pod lifecycle will go through these many status. One is pending, yes. So the pending in the sense pod is getting allocated to particular node by scheduler. So pending, running in the sense, yes, it is started, it's running, and in the sense app container is running in that. So at the end it will be either successed or failed. Okay, and then unknown, some technical status, some technical issues it is there. Let's say it is not able to start itself, or it is not able to scheduled properly, something like that. So that is where it can have unknown status. Okay, so these are the 5 status of pod. In the happy path we will create a container. We will create a pod with the app containers. Application container will be only one container, 99%. Okay, so of course a pod can have more than one container at a time. Okay, but we will have only one app container or main container or our functionality containers. Okay, app container, but it can have other containers, init container, sidecar container. So that is what we will call as a multi-container pod. Any pod, if it has more than one container, we call as a multi-container pod. Okay, so definitely one app container will be there. Then in addition to that, it will have one init container, and init containers will be executed, started and finished before app container start. Okay, there are some of the init, some of the processes there. Okay, there are some of the dedicated or some dedicated processes there that has to be executed by the init container. Then sidecar containers is run along with app containers. Okay, init container executed and completed before app container. Sidecar container will be running along with the app container. So that is what the difference of sidecar container and the init container. So let's say if it is any for logging purpose or metrics purpose, if you are running any container, that will be a message at a side container. Okay. in addition to that, let's see networking. Networking, yes, pod is created, but pod has to be connected, communicated with the other pod or other service. Okay, service has to be connected with the other pod. So all these things are happening through the pod network. Okay, we will call this a pod network. So pod network, okay, under network 2, layer of 2 of OSI model. Okay, it is overlay networks. Okay, it is overlay networks support. Okay, that is what networking. Then static pod. What do you mean by static pod? If you are creating any pod by YAML file or interactive files, okay, if it is contain app container, that is called the normal pod, right? With a static pod means it will create any pod is created by the kubelet itself. Kubelet will be running as your agent in node, worker node especially. Okay, that is whatever the pod is created by the kubelet, that is called static pod. Okay, but it cannot be self-heal or scale. Only one static, I think. Whatever the replica set may not be there. Okay, so it will be mostly one container. One container will be there, the static pod. Okay. Pod disruption budget. What is that? I'll tell you that. Let's say we are doing rolling update. Let's say we have couple of pod. Okay, so let's say the replica set 5 or 10. Okay, we are running the rolling update. So in that case, let's say we have 10 replica pod is there. The pod reception is 10% in the sense. Okay, one pod the replica set can have 10 plus 1 or 10 minus 1. So that is what pod disruption budget. If it is 20%, then 10 plus 2, 10 minus 2. So those many pod can be running at a time in the given cluster, Kubernetes cluster. That is what pod disruption budget. Okay, quality of service, yes, it is guaranteed, burstable, best effort. Okay, so as I said, pod cannot be restarted. Recreated. Once it is created, after that we cannot do any modification. That is what. Okay, that is what ephemeral. Okay, once created, it will go away. Either it will execute, it will success or it will failure. Okay, but it cannot be restarted. So that is what quality of services. Then downward API. Okay, downward API in the sense we can expose pod itself to the pod. Self-expose. That is what downward API. Okay, that's all about the pod. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.